Tell me why the fuck does OBS even want me to update this shit if every time I update it, it makes it so my mic is not connected. So yes, my mic was muted, okay? That's the new intro. I had a better intro before. Up in bands on fucking punk ass motherfucker. So basically what I said that got cut out, I'm gonna break it down very quick, very simple. Maybe I'll have to edit it in like very nicely and stuff so it's not tangents and whatnot, but okay, here we go. So this is the first melody I made. What I was explaining in the past that I have to re-explain now, when you're putting chords together, or if you do this with leads as well, a nice way to make it loop with itself is you end it on like the note that it's gonna be going into. So as you can see here, I ended it on the note that it goes to be into, and it makes it more like once you start layering shit later, you could put the bounce in different areas instead of having just that shit hit right on the fourths. You feel me? It makes it more like where you could work with it in different ways type shit and add the bounces in more different ways, and it could duck and bounce and shit. Okay, then here what I did, these notes in the melody together with these notes, and then to give them their own space, I cut these ones out and pasted them in a different VST, changed the instrument to a sine, and this one is more of like a saw. They're both on the same mixer track, but this can create a call and response type of effect, and they have some delay on them and reverb, so it's very atmospheric. Another tip with the sine leads is to add these little short notes before you put the big note, and it's kind of like a nice little sound that makes it more emotional. That is the point that we have made it to, and I'm thinking nothing really has its like groove, you feel me, yet. I'm gonna add something that's kind of groovy, that's like okay, fuck you. As you can see, simple chords already used. I'm just making them more bouncy, but it's a little too, the start is a little too like jank, so it needs to be a little smoother. I'm messing with it so it has just enough high end to sound like it has high end, but just enough that it sits within the same atmosphere without standing out too much type shit. That's what I personally like to do. I know a lot of people be like, they just trying to hit all the fucking like parts of the fucking spectrum. Personally, I don't like all the high end ass frequencies, bruh. That being said, I might leave it like right there and then put a love filter so it changes. Can't go wrong with the love filter triangle low pass, bruh. Come on now. Obviously this is some ksuave like ksuave type shit. But last thing I'm gonna add that is in a lot of these type of beats is like a repetitive like bell shit. Even though I'm like muddying it out, I think I'm putting stuff decently in its own space where it's not too much all in the same area, which is what you got to be careful of if you do shit like how I like doing it. We're just gonna make some step like ladder shit, and I usually just go off like what I just clicked and what note sounds good with the note I just clicked. I like that. Now, as I said, it is standing out a little too much. Maybe I'm gonna put the delay on this. If you put it on the offbeat, like a 3 or a 6, then it might make it sound faster. Yeah, 6 usually works pretty well with these. Or put it on 3 and then put a grow speed. We could try that too. Halftime. Okay, I feel like that's a good instrument that I could just add to keep the tempo up. All right, now let's get to adding some instruments. I mean, some drums. If you made it this far if you made it this far, what am I trying to say? Yeah, if you're still here so far, after this much time, so long so far, leave a comment down below type shit. Let me know what you think. If you know me, you know I like starting with the hi-hats. This is the method for percolators. Mess with the time multiplicator, because the time multiplicator like stretches stuff out or makes it thinner, but while it does that, it pitches it as well. So if it stretches it out, it pitches it down a little bit, and if it makes it stretches it in or whatever, pinches it, I guess, it'll pitch it up a little bit. When you go to the right, then that's when it stretches out and goes lower, and go to the left, it goes higher. And I just do it until it kind of just sounds like it's on pitch with the melody. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it sounds like to me. I'm looking for some perks, bro. And this really just comes down to sound selection and fucking like time. That's really it. Like, I'm doing a lot here. Usually I keep it even more simple. Ooh, trick tip, since I like this one, but I want this slide. If you add a note that doesn't have any velocity, it won't make a sound, but it'll let the slide do its thing if the shit cuts too short, because this is a very short one. So see what I said? This bell is like not very audible, but it kind of keeps the tempo up with the hi-hats, and the 808s are fast kind of too. This is the mastering method. I won't need it on this because the shit's already going past peak, but basically what I do is I'll see how high this is, and then I'll adjust the gain so it's hitting at like the volume that I want it to hit. I'll push the ceiling all the way up, and then so it doesn't clip through FL Studio, I use Soft Clipper, and I just up the threshold a little bit, and that's the method, mastering. I do that on everything. That's how you can clip it without it sounding jank, right? But this one sounds good where it's at. I don't need to push the gain up. I'll fuck with that. All right, let me lay this fucking shit out. Hey, but while this shit is getting laid out in the background, gang, let me just tell you, we got fucking drip on the site. Yeah, cop it while you can, because it's just gonna be around for the springtime, basically. And then we're gonna basically be done with the campaign something. But yeah, if y'all fuck with the drip, we got like 3 different shirts that y'all could cop. I would appreciate that if you show your support type shit. Other than that, yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Yeah, it would be appreciated if you drop a like or subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hopefully y'all like the beat. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is the final beat. Let's go. Let's freaking go.